was going to remind you to record. I'm sorry you didn't record.
Thank you. Just to show you what our lesson is today again, it is to put the Hebrew letters of Adonai, our spiritual feeling, connection of praying into our body. And then I want to talk to you while we do that. So one of the first things that you want to do with this idea of having your physical body working for you is to move. This week's Torah parsha, so let's just walk in place. You want to see if you can move your legs up and down. You want to feel where the fold is at your hips. The Hebrew letter Hey comes across here. I'm making it with my hands, and there's an opening so you can move your hips. You're just kind of warming up, getting some heat going. The Torah parsha this week is called Naso. Naso means to lift up and be a leader so that you can walk into the world, walking into the world to show your spiritual connection with your actions. Very timely, very amazing that this is our connection in Torah this week. So kind of move your shoulders, lift your arms, turn your head a little bit, feeling your head, your shoulders, your spine, and your hips, all those connections. Great, let's go ahead and take our arms and open them. Breath, feel it coming to you a little bit more as you move. Whew. Great, let's lift our arms up and down. Maybe even make them like a cactus. Great, open and back. Woo! And take them back behind you, swing them, see what happens to the body. One thing that I love doing is hold my chin a minute and pull it back. So when you pull your neck back, your neck muscles begin to release. Good. So just kind of feeling that Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey connection to Adonai. And let's make an intention here. It's all about still receiving those 10 commandments and being ready to wake up and go into the world to walk. That is actually the physical mazal, or the sign of the month, is walking twins. The right side, the left side, the head, the top of your body, the lower body, your goodness, your Yatzer Tov and your Yatzer Hara, working together to center yourself in balance. Great. Let's go ahead and start. We'll go this way to the right. And just feel what happens as you stretch your neck and drop your right shoulder. Think about what's going on already with the left hip. So maybe put your hand here so you're not overdoing anything yet. Feel the jaw, relax and open. Go to the other side. Notice how you have to change the weight in your feet. Maybe move your hips a little to the right. Let your neck open. Let your elbow be wide. Beautiful. And let's do that one more time, gently on the other side, allowing the arm to go down, allowing the other one to lift, and maybe circle softly as you bring your left arm up. Gentle, hold your head, feel the jaw release, the neck release. Beautiful, and again, come center. So if you've got a chair nearby, you can either sit in a chair or continue standing with me. I just know we've got all kinds of levels of fitness and how we feel in the morning. So if you want to, these can be done in a chair. You can just sit and pull an arm across, or I'm going to continue to stand. I'm just giving you guys options. So just after we opened our head, we want to feel what it's like to open the back of your shoulder, the sides of your body, and just bring your arm over and then drop it, relax it. See how that feels, how it connects to you. Breathe, hold it a moment. Notice what's going on with your hips. Can you still keep 2 feet on the floor? And then drop that. Take your other arm now, your left arm, and bring that one across. So you want to feel all of this stretching through the body. Notice what you do with your head. That would be your yud. In Hebrew, all letters have a numerical value. We call this a gematria. If you give them their value, add them up. Some words have very beautiful numerical meanings. Here we go. This time, take your right elbow up, bend your right hand behind you, and just lift your elbow cap so you're stretching through the pillar of your body. So the yud, which is symbolizing your head, do you have your yud on straight? Whatever. The yud has a value of 10, which is one of the main numbers of this month. The month is Sivan. It's the 3rd month according to this counting from Pesach. We have 2 New Years, by the way. So switch your arms in case you haven't. The left arm, lift up. You want to really work to see what can you do differently to stretch the tricep. The bicep can just relax a little bit. It's the sides of the body, keeping the hips even. Remember that diagram of the letter Yud as your head on straight or able to turn your spinal column, be aware of it, your shoulders to your arms and let that go. Great. And bring both your hands together right here and just open. So you're opening the center of your heart and coming back. Woo. So the Yud was a 10. Each hay has the numerical value of 5. So you add up 2 5s, 2 hays, and now we've got 10 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. And just maybe take your arms up like cactus and down, up like cactus and down. Great. And then just easy does it. So if you're in a chair, you can now just start to bring your head forward. The spine is the letter Vav, and that numerical value is 6, and roll it up. So we've got 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 equals the number 26. 26 can be broken down, and this is just what can drive you crazy, or it can open you up to a whole new way to pray or feel connected. 26, you take 2 plus 6, and you get 8. 8 is the symbol of infinity. The word for Adonai adds up to infinity. In Hebrew, we call Ein Sof. Ein means never or no. Sof means no ending. God is a constant. Adonai is always with you. It's beautiful. So your whole body is a yud, a hey, a vav, a hey. You add it together. You are your DNA. You are figurating, and you have the spirit of connection always with you, the ability. And gently rolling down between your legs. If you're standing, it's just a simple forward fold, forward bend, bringing your head to your feet, softening the spinal column, figuring out how your feet can broaden, soften, release energy. Anything too pent up, let it go. It's not going to serve you. Use your abdominals and roll up gently. Lift both your shoulders to find that opening in that feeling of the tetragram, the 4 letters that you have. And again, just move your legs. Great. We're going to go on down to the ground. If you need a chair, you can do whatever we're going to do by sitting in your chair. I have with me, it's my symbolic day of connecting to the world, my Hebrew Bible, my Tanakh. which we are actually going to open, not just hold for a photo op, but I'm going to open it and I will be reading with you and doing a prayer. Today is a day to connect through the body, through the Hebrew writing. As I showed you, the form of writing Adonai, putting it in the form of a body, Yud, He, Vav, He. These are the first words. They're like speaking with breath. You can try that. There are no vowels. We're just trying to connect to our inner breathing, our feeling of connecting outside ourselves to the world, bringing what we feel to the world. Great. So find a simple seated. If you can take a blanket or a cushion and sit up on it. We'll set our intention now that you guys have moved beautifully. Maybe you take an actual idea of how are you sitting. Right leg in front, left leg under. Just bring your hands to your head a moment and take a side tilt. Seeing right here, going to the right, keeping your left sit bone down. Going to the left here, keeping your right sit bone down so you're grounded on the earth. You can open those elbows out and go back and forth. Great. And just release down. Good. Find a comfortable way to sit. And I invite you, you stay there to work on your breathing. And just exactly breathe in, breathing out. The Torah Parsha this week is called Naso. It means to lift up. So take a moment and just lift up your chin and then drop it back into you. To lift up and be counted is what it's all about. In this, it's still about taking a census and making sure that each person counts. Every individual counts in the community, in the world. They all have a job to do, and they're all respected. Breathe in. It even has a whole part on women, which is kind of absurd, about how women are being accounted whether or not they're faithful or not, and how the Torah addresses it, and how modern interpretation is that, of course, we count, we are important, we do our job, we have children, but here's what we do to the children in the world who nurture. So then the rest of the Parsha goes in to explain. So just doing a gentle body twist right here to open up, goes in to interpret what is the blessing that we give to our children that might even start in the woman's womb, or just how you start with when you start a project. The first thing is that you want to start and you want to guard it, nurture it, and keep it. Move over to the other side. So you don't want anything bad to happen. You take care, you wind up your body easy here. It's a winding, a twisting, bringing the right to the left, the ground and the upper part together, and turn around. Great. Take one more moment to just feel your breath. One hand on your abdomen, one hand up on your sternum, your heart area, and breathe in. Feel the lifting up within the body. Feel the gentle contraction as you breathe out, feeling your inner body soften. Feel the body lengthen and lift up as you breathe in. Softening, breathing out. And one more, third one, breathing in and breathing out. Great. Come on to your knees. And if you need for padding, you take care of this body of ours. Go ahead and put padding. If you need blocks or a chair for support, you've got it there. Let's just gently, first of all, go side to side to warm up the lower body with stretches, caring for it. Easy does it. So the first prayer in Naso, right here, you stay there and just go side to side with your hips, is the Lord spoke to Moses and he said to the people, say to them that the Lord blesses you and protects you. So the protection area is what we do to our families, to our children, to our homes, to our communities. We do protect. We do all this protection with love and kindness. Because the second part of the priestly prayer says, right here, this week's Parsha of Naso, may you smile kindly and deal kindly and graciously with you. May the Lord deal graciously with you. So as a leader, you deal with kindness. And graciousness means to incorporate all of you. Your head, your arms, your shoulder, your spine, and your hips. So let's do a little bit right here of relax your feet and go right into the cow pose. Open up your collarbones, feel the length of your tailbone, breathing in, and then curling your tailbone, softening the entire spine like the letter Vav is able to move and be alive and breathe within you. Dropping your head, feeling your knees and your legs on the floor for the cat. And it's expanding your back body. Walking gently forward with your hands to lengthen the spine. And breathing out as you curl to your cat. So even though the front body might feel a contraction, the back body is expanding. Beautiful. And come forward. So, and the third part of this blessing this week is may you feel a peace come over you. So gently bring your big toes together and you can lean back to sit. This is a good time to use a block or props. If you can't get to the ground, you can stand. You can reach back to soften, stretch out. Feel this widen your lower pelvis area. Soften your elbows, allow your forehead to rest, and may you feel peace, wholeness, by putting all of these teachings together. Love, compassion, strength. Compassion is our word. And gently rocking forward. Okay, so I'm going to put our Hebrew Bible and the Torah to the side. The Torah is the first part of our Bible, then the prophets, and then all those beautiful stories, the Ketuvim, are in the third part. Story of Ruth, which we read last week, how it shows women accepting faith, accepting a people and a land and a people. So tuck your toes under and gently lift up to your first downward dog. You can keep a towel or blanket nearby for padding if you need it. Let's just take time. Remember, the symbol of movement for this month is walking. Lech, lecha, to walk, to go into the world. All our actions represent our mind, our heart, and our body, our soul. And walk your feet forward. Come to the front of your mat. Gently sit back and lift your arms. Take breath and come to rise to standing. Great. Right from here, let your body fall over. Gently bring in your chest, bring in your body and come down. And looking forward, let's go ahead and step your right foot right back to a lunge. This is a good time to use your yoga blocks to bring the ground, the eretz to you, and stretch out that right leg. Really reach through. So lift the front of the leg up and stretch through the ankle, the calf. If that's feeling good, you can go to another level of stretching. You can put your block down under your right hand and lift your body away in a diagonal into the room. There you go. So that should feel like a great opening. Again, this is opening across from one arm to the other, across your collarbones. Bring your shoulder blades in and gently come back down. From here, place your right knee on the ground, release your right foot, and now press your foot into the ground and bring your hands to your knee. If you feel it, take a moment and put a blanket or a towel under your right knee right now. Okay? And then lift up. So this is a wonderful stretch for your right quad. Walk your left foot a little forward. Keep lifting up through here so you don't crunch into your spinal column or the Hebrew letter Vav going through your body. And gently come on down. Take your right foot, lift it back, and you're going to swing your left foot to your right foot for a push-up pose or a plank. Right here, you look at your 10 fingers on the ground, spread your hands, spread your fingers under your shoulders, feel all 10 toes, and then lift to the balls of your feet to reach your heels and keep your pelvis up. You can always have your knees on the ground. It's all right to do that. Think about your spinal column from the back of your eyes to the bottom of your tailbone, and lift up, push back, walk your hands back, just going to a downward facing dog. Once again, walking your feet, breathing, softening the shoulder area, moving your head. Your head is like your Hebrew letter Yud. It can turn sideways, it can tilt, it can lift, right? And walk your feet to the front of your mat. Right from here, sit back to a chair pose, so you stretch out your lower bottom, swing your arms up as you reach up, stretch up, lift up, but bring your sit bones gently forward and widen your arms to come on down. Before we do the other side, let's just take a moment to lift our arms and open up to your left. And straighten your legs. Lift your arms and open up to your right. And see if you're able to twist in the spine a little bit and keep the hips going forward. Then straighten your legs to lift up, breathing in and twist, open out. Breathing in, lifting up, twisting and open away. Excellent. Come up to the heavens, drop your shoulders, bring the back of the shoulder blades in, and reach out like you're painting something in front of you to gently come down. You'll know when to bend your knees and ankles because you don't want to feel a strain in your back. And right here, you've got your blocks here. We're now going to reach your left leg farther back. And there you are in a nice lunge. Stretch it out, press the right foot into the ground, reach the back of the ankle on the left backwards. Good. And when it's feeling pretty good, square off your pelvis. The block can stay or you can use the ground for your left arm. And you're going to just peel away, lift up, turn your rib cage. Try to keep your pelvis still going down. A little twist is all right. But just to feel how good it is to waken up to the glory of the day. Right. Right from there, gently bring your left leg down, release the foot, press the toes into the ground, bring your hands to your right knee. Again, you can pad under your left knee, reach it up. Try not to drop into the ground, but you're lifting up. That's Naso. We lift up to become ready to not just be led, but to be leaders. Easy, come down. We're going to do this on this side. We didn't do it on the other side. We're going to do a little bit of a runner stretch right here. So you're just gently going to open up the right leg and kind of go into your right hip a little bit so you can reach over to your right side, keeping the left sit bone over the knee. That'll get a lot deeper for you. Great. Come forward. And now you're just going to take your left knee and kick it back. Great. So I'm facing you now. And when I face you, I feel I should change the orientation because now I'm your mirror. So even though this might be your right leg, it looks like it's your left. So whatever language works for you, I'm just going to say bring your arms out. And here we are like a warrior right here. Just look over the bent knee, arm, and see if you can walk your foot out a little bit to stretch. Let the jaw go, let everything stretch and feel good. Then take the one that's not on the side. So this would look like your right side, maybe it's your left. You can use a block, circle your arm up, and turn your foot parallel to go into the yoga gateway. A gateway. Temple is called Sherei Tefillah, the gates of prayer. So feel how this can be a gateway to gently open and bring your heart around and feel the stretch in your body, the yud, the hey, the vav, and the hey of your legs. Great. And gently come on up. So now we're going to switch to the other side. So it's going to look like your right side. First of all, let's just turn this direction a minute and go into a pose of a child in between. So bring your big toes together, lift your abdominals, sit back, bring your arms in front of you and drop your forehead and breathe. You can bend your elbows. You can lift up to stretch more through your shoulders and drop down and take a moment of receiving. Breathe in, breathing out. And gently coming up to all fours. You're just going to kick back on the front knee and take the other leg out. So it looks like it's my right, whatever, it's your other leg, could be your left. Let's do a runner stretch first. So just lift the toes of your front leg and come stretching back. In this case, you want to pull that straight leg into its hip side and just keep the other pelvis over the knee. Beautiful stretch. From here, bend your knee, flip your feet back, and there we are in our warrior two on your knee. So again, you can put a blanket under this knee and just gently walk your foot away because you just always want to be in alignment where the knee goes over the ankle, the sit bone is coming through so you're not sinking backwards, and you turn your head. From here, we're going to reach over to this side. You can use a yoga block to bring the floor closer. Turn this extended leg parallel. Bring your arm up to the heavens, and this might be enough. You can either tuck your back toes under, or you can relax them and press the feet down. Coming over a little deeper, try to drop the bottom shoulder over to your bridge. Add a twist by bringing the ribs up and around to Naso, to lift up, be counted, add your prayer that you will keep and be guarding, take care of, that you will be smiled upon so you have grace and a deep inner understanding of Chesed, love and kindness. Come back, lifting your body up as you bring compassion into the world. Beautiful. From here, just gently come back to bring your toes under and lift up to a downward facing dog. Right here, remember, your downward dogs can be on the ground, I'm going to put my Tanakh boy, or you can just use a chair to push off and do downward dogs. I like to do these in the kitchen sometimes while I'm waiting for pasta to boil or something, do some downward dogs. Oh, that feels good. So we put the chair away a moment and do just a gentle flow so we feel ready to get out into the world. Okay, in your downward dog, lift up your back leg, square off your hips, come gently forward, turn out your back leg. So the right foot on me is forward, the left leg's turned out, so I can come to warrior one. Both hips face forward. There's a cross in the pelvis to even it out so the hips can be open. From here, swing my left arm down, and that would be your warrior two. So you do actually turn the back leg in, the front leg that's bent is out. Drop your back arm down to your straight leg, lift up your front arm. As you lift up your sternum, your heart, bending the knee. Take breath. Reach it away to warrior two. Come gently forward. So recognize this as the bridge or the gateway prayer pose we just did. Easy does it. And from here, just straighten that front leg. See what's going on with the pelvis. You don't want to be all out of whack. You want to stay sideways. And then come up. And then just kind of walk your feet together, jump it, roll your shoulders, lift up your hips, feel your jaw opening, and let's do this on the other side. So just so you can see me, I'll come down on this side. Easy does it. Move my hips side to side. Tuck 10 toes under, lift up to the downward facing dog. Want to move the props, nobody wants to get hurt. From here, lift up the hips and drop the chin, drop the head. Feel the arms work, press 10 fingers down. Look at 10 toes. So this way the 10 commandments can be turned upside down. 10 in the front and 10 toes in the back. Lift up your back leg here. Square off your pelvis, look forward and swing that back leg forward. There you go. You're in your lunge. You take your back leg here. Put your left leg or your right. I'm not sure what side we're all on. Just the other side. Press it down, come to your knee, and lift up. So you bend the front knee over the ankle, pelvis faces forward. Lift your heart, lift your chest. And you're ready, you're Naso, you're lifted up to be a leader in this world. Bring your front arm down and come to your warrior two. So that's an adjustment. You move your spine, you move the shoulders, the head has to twist. Yud, hey, vav, hey. We're ready. Reminds you who you are, what you stand for. Drop your back arm. Lift up. We want everyone to be cared for. It's in our prayer. May you be cared and guarded. May we all have smiled upon and feel that we have grace, connections everywhere throughout. This can even come down to the ground. Beautiful. Right here. Come back to your warrior two. From here, lift up to your triangle pose where you're solidly on the earth. Looking forward, down and up. Pull yourself up and come together. Easy does it. Let's roll down to the ground slowly. A little bit of leg stretches, abdominal work, and a goodbye. So just slowly rolling down. I have my folded blanket right here, and I am going to suggest that you put this today underneath your lower sacrum And just feel how nice it is to relax it and be cared for. So the Hebrew letter of Yud would be at your head, the connector through your neck, the spinal column going through the front of your body to your tailbone and the back body. So everything on your right side releases to the ground on the right and the back of your body. Everything on your left side releases. Beautiful. And drop your chin so it goes towards your heart. Now bring in your right leg and just hold it in there. So this should feel really great at this point. And play around. Where is the opening at the hip? That would be, why is the Hebrew letter Hey open? There's an opening gap between kind of like the number 7 until the number 1's below it. Great. And do the other leg. Circle it around. Feel the opening in your hip, the looseness in your shoulder, the way your head might be involved right now, the spinal column. Great. And then bring your right leg in, extend your left, and you can lift your right leg up to the ceiling. I'm going to grab my belt. You don't have to use a belt, but if you have one, it's a great way to add a little bit of resistance stretch. Just pressing my heel to the heavens, my other heel to the ground. I widen my collarbone, drop my chin a little bit, and I try to stretch out the back of my leg while the front of my leg pushes in. Great way to feel all kinds of compactness through your thighs to take over and release all kinds of tension in the lower spine. Take both straps into your left hand and pull the right leg across you. So you're stretching out the top fascia, the IT band. There you go. And stay here a moment. You can look to your foot or you can roll your head away. So you feel and you know what's going on in your body. You release the arm that you turn away, you can fold it. You just want to know what you're doing. And come back and release that and let it go. Fold in the other leg, lift up, take the heel to the ceiling. Easy does it, widen. You can just be right here at a 90 degree or lower, wherever you are, making sure your lower back is protected and cared for. And let this smile on you to open and release gently your hamstrings, your arm muscles, your head. Pull it in a little closer if you have that agility. If not, just breathe and stay and let it come to you. Then take the straps in the opposite arm and you can pull this leg gently away. Here, your hips might move, but you want to try to let your upper body weight down. There you go. Till you get a stretch also on the other side. Smile a little bit so you release the neck muscles we worked on to release in the jaw. And down a little, you can bend it, stretch it, and come on back. Easy does it. Whew. And right from here, you want to go into the yoga bridge pose, which is very good for the body. You just gently do a pelvic tilt. You bring your tailbone up as you lift your pelvis. And then you gently release it down and let your pelvic go the opposite way. So you're arching down like a cow. This is more like a cat. You curl your pelvis up and you lift your pelvis. You stay in that gentle contraction, roll down, and then let your tailbone go away from you. Beautiful. You can stretch and release your body. And really pull and stretch the spinal column long and the legs long and let the pelvis widen and the shoulders broaden and bring everything in. You can roll side to side as you hug your shins into you. Release through your shoulder blades down. Easy does it. Let your inner groin muscles have a gentle stretch. Right here, we can think in terms of the 10 commandments. We've got our 2 tablets, looking at your knees together, your legs, the 5 ones that are good that you do, the 5 that you don't do. That's life, that's this month. It's the symbol of Gemini, the twins. And there's always within us the what to do and what not to do. Bring your feet up to the ceiling. What we're trying to work on is finding a balance in the middle. So right here, we're going to do a tree pose laying down. Extend your left leg, turn out your right leg, and you can put it right up at your groin. I think I'm going to release my blanket, lower my body to, oh my gosh, that feels so good to have the body on the ground now. And to bring my right leg right into my thigh, easy does it, and then stretch up. So I'm trying to find the balance here of having both sit bones on the ground, not letting the knee flop to the ground, but be in balance. Breathe and bring it in, do a little circles, extend your leg the other one away and turn out the left leg, bring it up to your thigh. You want to bring it in as high as you can or be aware below the knee, either above or below the knee. You bring the right leg to the foot and the foot to the thigh so the knee is actually up, floating, and then you play around with your arms. Great. Roll, bring both your knees in, going out to the side so you have a nice diagonal twist. Breathe, relax your chin towards your heart. Be aware of the head. Even from each eye to your nose, you can make a little yod. Lift your knees around, massaging and caring for yourself. Again, that's the first part of the blessing. May we be cared for, nurtured, so that we may grow into the full person that we want to be, that we put our intention to. Great. And just coming around to gently sit up. Sit for a moment. Bring your legs in for a moment. Just put your hands again behind your head and feel how it feels to widen the elbows. Bring the elbows in, drop your chin, curl your spine, look at your hips, see if you can drop the right and the left thigh down. Then lift up, Naso, lift up your face, Panim, your face, and open away. Take both your legs in front of you, and I'm not sure you can see here, I'll move back. You want to flex your feet, and then you want to bend and soften and let your feet and your toes relax. Be aware, do you always curl the toes? Can you let them go and sit up? From here, we're going to gently come to standing. So you're just going to take your hands in front of you. This is always a nice way to get up to standing. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, coming to a downward facing dog, walking. That is the symbol, to walk, to go into the world with all of your attributes and your alignment and your prayers, and your thoughts, and to bring tikkun olam, to bring a repairing to the world. It might even just be your world, just yourself, your little olam, your world, your family's world, your friends. Great. And here we want to practice growing, lizmoach. As I said last week, we went away from chametz to now we're in growing. So we become a tree. So gently, we'll start on your left leg, lift up your right knee, turn it out, and maybe you can bring it up a little higher into your groin area. And you compact your legs, your hay. You press your inner left thigh to your right foot, and then both sit bones gently lift into your body as you lift up your heart. And as you feel that left foot soften into the earth, like rooting down, you can bring your hands together into the Yotzir, or the creation, the prayer pose. If you're feeling pretty good, you look out, you focus, and you think about, what is my day got for me? How will I go out and grow? What can I do? So maybe you bring more loving kindness, compassion, and strength. Great. And then we go gently standing on 2 feet. Raise 2 arms up. Feel the length and strength of yourself. And now stepping onto the right leg. Bring the left leg up. Bring it into the groin area, pressing the groin to the foot to the groin. Squaring off the pelvis, finding length in your connector. Your spinal column connects the brain, the mind, through the heart and soul of the body. And let your right foot release. Notice how the cheeks of your face release. The strength gives you a calm, gives you a feeling of connection. Feels pretty amazing to bring it all together, to lift your arms into the world. Find your balance. Notice that some days it's right spot on, other days we need a little help. Loving kindness, strength, compassion, endurance, and stand on your own 2 feet. So, as I say to you all today, in the 3 parts of the prayer that are in this week's reading of our Bible, our Torah, we pray, may we all feel that we are watched over and nurtured, even if we watch over and nurture through our connection to Adonai within our soul and ourself. May we reach out to others to feel that. Second, may you be smiled upon. So reach up and bring the sunshine down into you. And do a little sunshine movement. May you feel love and joy and happiness. That is the second part of our priestly prayer. And thirdly, may we all feel complete, whole as we go into the world. May we feel balanced, have harmony. May we feel shalom. Shalom to all of you. I hope you have a great day as you walk, you hug yourself, you go in the world, and you feel great. It's a good day to get outside and walk. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. So nice to see all these people. Thanks for coming on in.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Good. Thank you. I feel great.
Oh, good.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm just looking. There we go. All right, guys. Awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great